Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I see.
Oh,
So is this now? Tell me what your role is. Are you the student? Are you the?
I'm the parent.
You know what? You look young, but you look young, but you didn't sound like a student. My name's Les Ferrier, and I serve as assistant vice president for enrollment and student affairs at FAMU. I've been at FAMU for 6 years. I've got a lot of decades of experience in this. But we've got a couple of our guests, Sean and Ms. Watson, who came on, kind of into the first presentation. Is your son or daughter available? Or are you here scoping us
Yeah,
out for?
she's coming. She had
Tell
to
her I
take a
want to see her. Tell her I
bathroom.
would like to see her. Have we
Hi.
ever met before? Have you ever met me at any of the recruitment events?
No.
Because I'm down here all the time. People think I live down here. But what I want to do in the little time that we have, and I want you to relax and be yourself. And Nicolette, you can come back on here and ask any questions that you want. These first two guests, everybody, they brought a lot to the party, and they had some great questions. And you can even get my email contact after this. And if you have any questions, I can either answer them or refer you out. But we're in Tallahassee. Tallahassee is the capital. Okay, just to give you some quick background. What grade are you in? Tell me your name again, Miss Bush. Student, Miss
Oh,
Bush.
this is Jania, and I'm
J-
Raina.
Janina,
Jania.
Janina. I can't
Jania.
hear you very well.
Jania?
Jania. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What grade are you in, Jania?
11th.
11th. Just like the other people, you've got time on your side. And I was hoping to see a lot of 10th or 11th graders. But FAMU is one of the 12 public universities in Florida. Public meaning supported by the state. There's 12 of them. You've heard of us in USF and UCF and Florida State. Universities, the 12 public universities have a great reputation around the country. Florida's got a great, despite all the political stuff going on, Florida higher education system is highly rated, right? With funding and partnerships with, foundations and scientific foundations and great companies and the like. And they make us earn our money. We just don't get a bunch of your tax money coming from us. We have to use it wisely. It's approved by the Board of Governors. But we're the only HBCU in the mix. All right. And have you ever been to Tallahassee, Jania?
Yeah, my uncle
Have you?
lives there.
Everyone, Nicolette and Jania and Miss Anastasia, you have a name like us. Please unmute your camera, please, Anastasia. You sound like you're from New Orleans. That's where I have roots. But we've got preview day on March 23rd, and you juniors are more than welcome to attend. And you're going to see about 4,000 visitors from all across the country. I was telling the Watsons and Sean there, and I want to say hi to your mom too, Sean. How are you? This is Sean. But we have 25,000 applications from all 50 states. And even though we have a state presence, we have a national and international presence. Okay, I'm gonna go to our presentation, and you guys are gonna see a couple of things that everyone saw at first, but I want to make sure that let me go back in my thing and thank you. I don't know if I thanked everybody for coming. What did I do? Did I not share my screen? What happened? Everyone see that? Can everyone see that? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, good. Right. Um, just to give you a little bit of background. Now, look, I'm going to be the first to tell you that when U.S. News and World Report, they do college rankings. You guys know that. They're considered the big dog when it comes to college rankings. Now, you got to take rankings with a grain of salt, everybody, because I can say how great we are, but if we're not matched for you, we're not number one, right? That's what you got to look at. The beauty about America is we've got 5,000 different colleges and university choices, but U.S. News and World Report has FAMU, otherwise known as Florida A&M University, ranked 91st overall with regard to public universities in the United States. We've been ranked the highest public HBCU for the past 5 years. There's various reasons for that. And I won't do a lot of bragging, but you've got to do your research, okay? Juniors, Sean, and freshmen, whoever. Somebody tell me what you need to make a good decision when you're trying to make a decision, especially a life decision. What do you need to make a decision? I'll answer for you. You need data, don't you? You need information. Most universities, because all of you aren't going to apply to FAMU or come to FAMU, so I try to offer everyone something. You need information. Most universities are going to have a free mobile app. What does that do? If you've never been to Tallahassee, if you've never been on our campus, you can download that free FAMU mobile app and you can take a virtual tour and find a lot of different types of information. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to show the video again. This is a video that Sean and Nicolette has seen, but this is a 2-minute video here. We call it the hype video because it's supposed to be exciting and get you hyped up and give you a little blurb of various areas on our campus. I'm going to go ahead and play that. It's a couple of minutes long. Look at it as it pertains to you, right? You're going to see some fun things. You're going to see the Marching 100. You're going to see people in white coats and labs, okay? Let me go ahead and run that. Did we lose a guest? Did we lose Anastasia? I'm going to take us through a spin of our academic programs real quickly. And I just want you to see, you can do your own research, but I want you to see what we have to offer. We have 14 separate academic areas. FAMU is the big umbrella, and these academic areas are underneath that. And these areas do their own thing with regard to pedagogy, how they teach it, internships, career management, that type of thing. We have the School of Architecture. This is a powerhouse right here. This is the College of Agriculture and Food Sciences, right? This is a College of Education. That's pretty self-explanatory. You've got the FAMU FSU College of Engineering. It's the only partnership of its like in the entire country. You can start at FAMU, you can start at FSU, but everyone comes together after 2 years. And they have the same professors, they have the same classrooms, they have the same name on their diploma, okay? Very highly rated. This is the College of Law, that's in Orlando. This is one of the programs that put us on the international map right here. This is a doctorate degree right here. But we're not just STEM, we're very heavy STEM, everybody. But social work, criminal justice, visual and performing arts. We've had some outstanding graduates and we've got some outstanding connections and collaborative experiences with that too. This is where your doctors, dentists, and surgeons are going to come from, as well as your cybersecurity specialists, your computer scientists, right? This is School of Business and Industry. You guys, if you have any idea what it costs to get your name on that SBI big board up there, it's a big bronze board out in front of the school. We had a brilliant dean who made outstanding relationships. A company has to pay $100,000 to get their name up there now. That's just for starters. That doesn't count the internships and all that fun stuff right there, right? This is our smallest academic area right here. School the environment, clean air, clean water, good climate. School of Journalism and Graphic Communication, TV station, radio station. The students do news, sports, and weather every day, right? This is the School of Nursing. We had a 100% passing rate on the NCLEX. If you know any nurses, that's the exam that you have to take to become a nurse.
That
And,
exam is brutal.
Who said that? Miss Christie?
No, Sean's mom. I'm a nurse.
Oh. You know what? What is your name, Sean's mom? What is your name?
Amanda Bright.
Ms. Bright, when I talk about nursing, I can't tell you how many people come up to the table that want to be travel nurses, because in a lot of places, these travel nurses are making doctor money, but they have no idea of the emotional commitment, which is why I always try to get them to talk to someone like you, so they'll know what really happens in being a nurse.
Oh yeah,
right?
It's not fun.
That's beautiful. See, this is why, again, Ms. Watson, that's why I said I like parents on here, because you guys are more experienced, you're smart, and you speak up.
Yeah, I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, never going back.
I hear you. Thanks a million, Ms. Bright. School of Allied Health Sciences. There's a lot of different options. When people say, I want to go in the medical field, they probably don't even know what half of this stuff is, but we've got some great options when it comes to the medical field, whether you're going to be a doctor of physical therapy, an occupational therapist, a respiratory therapist, what have you. I'm going to show you guys a slide, and parents, don't think I'm trying to hook your kid into the military, but I'm going to show you why I'm going to tell you why I'm going to show the slide. The biggest hot button issue in education is how much it costs and the debt that you have to go into in just your undergraduate experience. We're not even talking graduate school, right? But this is one of the ways that can help a kid afford this, whether it's a young lady or young man. And a lot of these graduates don't become officers. They just do a few years in the National Guard to pretty much pay off their debt kind of thing. Some actually become commissioned officers, but they come out of school with no debt. That's a good deal. Now, while we're talking about debt, there's many ways that students can afford this, whether it's Bright Futures, whether it's getting one of our academic scholarships, which is very competitive. But here's something, students, that you want to take advantage of, and a lot of students don't, because a lot of people in your generation are on TikTok or on IG. They're not on McDonald's website. They're not on Chick-fil-A's website. They're not on Coca-Cola's website, where they're virtually, I won't say giving away, because they give scholarships to people who earn them. But the juniors, early next fall, visit some of these corporations and start taking a look at some of the deadlines of the applications. We practically make our current students fill out applications at these places because they get awarded thousands of dollars. I want to show you something here. Students, do you think you're supposed to have fun when you're in college? I've been talking academics, and I've had this serious look on my face, and you guys kind of too. You see the guy there in the orange bandana? He used to be the SGA president. Now he's out acting fun, having fun, acting crazy at the football game. But when he takes the paint off, in addition to his student duties, the SGA president and the staff are in charge of about $3.5 million of state money. That's no joke. We sure do let these knucklehead students in charge of millions of dollars to parents. We work them into it with their experience. But we want you to be in clubs and organizations and fraternities and sororities. And these ladies can tell you that the social life is a big, big deal. You're going to meet some of your best friends that you make not only a personal relationship with, but that's going to be your personal network. We want you to volunteer. We want you to play intramural sports. We have Chick-fil-A and all these wonderful places, these trendy places. Well, I guess they're not trendy anymore. They've become a part of the fabric of our society. But in addition to our, what am I trying to say? Our cafeterias, we want you to feel comfortable. Now, I want to show you something very important, and I know all of you are thinking about this. You want to stay in a nice place, don't you? Don't you want to stay in a nice place? Give me a thumbs up if you want to stay in a nice place. Because there you go. Because if you don't want to stay in a nice place, you're not very smart. And I think you guys are like really, really smart. There you go, Jania. But what I'm about to show you, a couple of minutes long, and we just are ready to break ground on a new 700 bed facility. But these FAMU towers, north and south, are only a couple of years old. And students, what if I told you that if you live in here, you have on-site dining, on-site laundry facilities, you've got a shower and bathroom in your room, roommate of your choice. But let me tell you something. FAMU is not a second or third choice. And if you treat us as such, you will be left out, because everyone else right now, the seniors, they're paying their housing deposits, and these residence halls are going to fill up. And we're probably going to bring in 1,700 new students. But let me click the go button on this. I think you're going to be pleased. I've talked to parents around. They haven't seen a public or private. Toward the end of right here. I'm going to stop this video. Do we want to have a few questions, Ms. Christie?
Yes, we have about 5 minutes for questions, and so you can go into more detail. So those of you that that just popped in, we had a couple people pop in at the end there. So maybe Alexander or Anastasia have questions. Maybe Nicolette or Sean thought of other questions.
Anastasia, Alexander, could you unmute your camera, please? Could you unmute your camera and your microphone?
Anastasia said her camera is broken.
There it is. Alexander, would you care to unmute your camera and participate? Who has a question?
I do. Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the tuition for
Tuition room and
in-state?
board is right. Tuition room and board, students, tuition, the cost of classes, room, where you lay your head, board, what you eat. It's approximately $19,000 a year. Now I'm a cheapskate and I think chewing gum's too expensive. I think everything's too high. But as far as what college costs these days, you're not going to find a better value than that. It's plain and simple. You're not.
Okay.
Very good
Do
question.
you guys? Oh, does FAMU have? Because we were on a call with another one with another school where they have their own scholarships. So do
We
FAMU
do.
have?
We do, but we get a lot of quality applicants and it's very, very competitive. Normally, applicants have to have completed applications to be a part of our scholarship competitions. A completed application in by October 15th. And the grades and SAT scores to be in that is going to be extremely high. We also have another way of scholarships, say for instance, the 14 different academic areas that we were talking about. Just like coaches need talent, these areas need talent. And they provide some incentives and, you know, the amounts, it varies each year, right? But there are ways to get some monies from them as well.
Okay.
But go ahead, Miss Christie. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
you
I
gonna
had
say?
to mute. Yes, Sean had a question, and he wanted to know about, can you please explain the mechanical engineering and how it would relate to the auto industry?
I'm going to tell you a funny story, Sean. I was at Ohio University 6 years ago before I came to FAMU, and we had a good engineering program. But two of my best friends, two students, they're mechanical engineers now. You know what they did on the weekends? He's not going to believe me. He's not going to believe this. They worked on their cars. They didn't tinker with their cars. They made them better. They had the aptitude for mechanical things, but they also had the aptitude to design mechanical things and study manufacturing processes. That's what they do. I would not be a good chemical engineer. Calculus in high school and college was a game to me. It was easy. Applying that calculus in spatial kinds of things and putting a puzzle together is difficult for me. You got to have certain things going on in your head. You see what I'm saying, Sean? Right? Do you have a mechanical aptitude? If you do, then mechanical engineering might be one of the things for you. That's very good. But make sure you take pre-calc or calculus in high school if you have an engineering interest, because we're going to throw you in the deep end. You're going to start in calculus 1. And college calculus won't be high school calculus. Did that answer your question, Sean? Beautiful.
Janaea, did I interrupt you? Did you have something else to say?
Anastasia, are you
we're
shy
good.
or what? Would you like to join us, Anastasia? You have a name like me. Are you from Louisiana? LeBeau. That sounds
Yes,
like my name. What?
I am. I'm a Xavier graduate too.
Oh, isn't that something? Isn't that something? A lot of my relatives went to St. Aug and Xavier. I figured when I saw that name, I knew something was up. Maybe she can share some gumbo with us virtually.
Maybe so.
So who are you here for tonight, Ms. LeBeau? Are you here for a son or daughter?
Yes, for my son.
Do you
For
know
me.
anything about us? Do you know of our reputation?
I'm learning it now.
Where does he go to school?
Mitchell.
Where? I couldn't hear you. Where?
JW Mitchell. It's in Pasco County,
Oh yeah,
Florida.
I know where it is. I know where Mitchell is. Have you ever met me at any of the recruitment events around here?
No, sir. This is my first ever time. We just recently moved from New Orleans. This is my first
Okay.
year in Florida.
Well, you just missed Mardi Gras then. What do you want to
Yeah,
be?
I'm upset about that.
I hear you. What do you want to be when you grow up?
There's a lot of things that interest me. I don't know what I like the most. I just want
Okay.
to find something that I enjoy doing and I can make a decent amount of money.
Let me tell you a similarity between our students, and this is what I've found. Our students like to have fun, right? Just like any students. And if anybody at any college tells you that they don't have fun, well, something is rotten in Denmark, as we used to say, or they used to say in the cartoons. But our students want to rely on their network, and they have big ambitions. It is cool to be smart. We got some of the coolest nerds you've ever seen in your life. They like to have fun, but they have big ambitions, and they want to be a part of our orbit. See, you guys right now, you have a pretty good orbit. You're smart. You know, I can see you got the parental support. You know, I'm sure you have a good crew of friends, and that'll be more important in college. But you got to want to have ambition, because when you're around a lot of students that are not smart like you or not committed, it's not a good fit. It won't feel good. I'm telling you. And that might sound bougie or elitist. I'm just telling you what our students tell us. There's a reason why we get applications from all the states, and that our admitted student academic profile is so high, and our graduates have done the things that they have. Are we the only place we can do it? Well, of course not. You know, that would be absurd for me to say that, but I know what we're capable of, right? But Ms. LeBeau and your son, I'm glad that you you know, I go to Tampa a lot. Maybe I'll get a chance to meet you guys when I come back. I'm down here so much. Some of the schools think that I live down here, but I don't. I'm based out of Tallahassee, right?
Thank you.
But Ms. LeBeau, we have a preview day on March 23rd. You know, juniors are more than welcome. We'll even have a couple of sophomores. It's not mandatory, but it is a good chance to get a good look at a lot of things on campus this March 23rd.
Nicolette has her hand
We're not
raised.
that far from you. We're an easy drive. What's that, Miss Christie?
Nicolette has her hand raised. We only have a couple minutes for
Yes, ma'am, Miss Nicolette.
last questions.
So when you had visited my
Can't hear you.
when you had
Can't hear
visited
you.
when you had visited my high school a few months ago, I had asked you a little bit about the architecture program, and you had put me in contact with a Stacy Tinner.
Stacy Tenor?
Yes. I think they're supposed to be the outreach person.
Stacy Tenor does outreach for the School of Architecture. Dr. Andrew Chin is the dean.
Okay. So I had reached out to Stacy Tinner, and I had asked them a little bit about the program, and they had asked me some questions about like me as a student, and I had responded, but I didn't get a response back.
Email me again. Do you have my email address?
Yes, I do.
Email me again. I'll reach out to him and I'll copy you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we are down to the last minute. So if you have any remaining questions, you are welcome to stay on for the next session, but we do need to complete this session. The next session will start in 1 minute. So thank you so much for coming to the FAMU talk, and we hope that you got all the information you needed. Make sure that you email Les with any other questions that you have. And again, thank you. And if you wish to stay on for the next session, it is starting in 1 minute. Otherwise, have a wonderful evening.
Hey, Ms. LeBeau,
Thank you,
what part
guys.
do you live in Louisiana, in New Orleans?